At the beginning, we find ourselves in a mysterious house where two brothers Daniel and Alex are running from someone and Alex is hiding while Daniel protects. A man approaches him, pleading for his life where strange family hunts him and drag him away while Helene, his bride, is crying for him. Now 30 years later we meet a young woman named Grace, who is about to marry the now grown Alex. His family is very wealthy, but she is not there for the money. She thinks that his family hates her because of that and wants to be accepted by them. Daniel, his brother, enters and shows brotherly love, wishing them all the best, but also urging Alex to reconsider if he really wants to get married. Alex also gives her a chance to leave if she wants, but she refuses because she is madly in love and wants to become part of his family. His father, Tony, dislikes her just as much as Helene does, and there is also Alex's wife Charity, who says that Grace will never be one of them. Becky, Alex's mother, offers her a cigarette, which she accepts warmly. Now that they are finally married and entering a room for some activity, they notice Helene watching them, revealing a secret door and telling them that everyone is waiting downstairs to get ready. Alex explains that it is a family tradition to play a game at midnight when someone new becomes a member. The game is unknown because it is chosen based on drawing a card, which is weird to her. Alex explains that they became wealthy through games, and it has now become a part of them, although it looks like a strange family ritual. Nevertheless, Grace agrees and prepares to join the others downstairs. Becky approaches her again, saying she is happy for her son Alex, who is starting to get nervous about the game. Then she introduces Fitch and his wife Emily. Tony takes them to a room designated for family members, where they play a game created by their great-grandfather Victor, who was obsessed with cards. He shows her a box from which Grace is supposed to draw a card to see which game they will play. Grace draws a card and laughs when she sees it's hide and seek, a child's game, while everyone looks nervous. Grace must hide in the house while they count to 100, and they will search for her. She can only win if she remains hidden until dawn. The cameras will be turned off because they are not part of the tradition. Grace leaves while the others prepare the weapons that resemble hunting gear. She finds a good hiding spot in the dumbwaiter, while Becky comforts her son, who is upset about what is happening. Afterward, he secretly leaves the room, and Charity notices that he has disappeared. In the meantime, Becky explains that this game has only happened once since she has been in the family, and Fitch doesn't even know how to use a crossbow, so he takes a short break. Grace is bored inside and wants to go for a walk while hiding, and Alex guides her to a safe spot. Clara searches for her son Georgie in their room, but a gunshot is heard. Emily fires a shot, thinking it's Grace, but she actually kills Clara. Grace is shocked when she realizes what is really happening and that they want to kill her before sunrise to complete their ritual. Alex takes her with him, wanting to help despite it being against the rules, saying they must kill her or something bad will happen to their family. Fitch watches tutorials on crossbows. Every non-participant in the game will die, including Alex. Grace is upset that he didn't tell her earlier, but he didn't want to lose her, as she means a lot to him. He tells her to go to the kitchen service, and he will go to the security room to open all the doors. Grace listens and heads straight there but encounters two doors, which confuse her about which way to go. She chooses the wrong door, and Emily shoots at her from behind, nearly killing another family member, giving Grace a chance to escape further and hide near the door where Daniel appears with a weapon, claiming he came only to get drinks but must call the others and gives her a 10-second head start. Then he informs the others, who find out that Alex is helping her. Emily forgot her gun and searches for another weapon, accidentally killing someone else. Everyone is hysterical and wants to use cameras to find her but also look for Alex. Grace takes ammo and tries to shoot through the door but hears someone approaching. It's Stevens whistling. Alex enters the control room, activates the cameras, and sees Grace in trouble, moving her weapon. He hears a noise that makes him move but finds nothing because Grace is moving and loading her gun. making noise that doesn't bother him this time because he continues to whistle, and Alex unlocks all the doors. This noise catches his attention, and Grace stands ready to shoot if he doesn't move. He pulls the trigger, but Stevens explains that it's just ammunition and display only. Grace breaks a hot object over his head, while Alex disables the system as his father enters, with whom he confronts, and his brother calms him, but his father knocks him unconscious. Grace walks down the corridor looking for her old spot, where their dancer Dora is, not knowing what is happening, but revealing that Grace is here, breaking the neck of Dora by accident. Tony finds out and can't believe how she is getting them one by one. His sister tells him to get himself together and that Alex must do his job, just as she did when she was young and lost the only person she loved. Grace eavesdrops on a conversation where Helene says that Alex was the only one who saw Victor sitting in the chair and is now tied up. Then Grace jumps, and no one notices her. Her legs carry her quickly to a stall where she hears a sound. It's Georgie, whom she trusts, but he has come for her and shoots her in the arm, making Grace furious, so she knocks him out. However, Goat jumps Aries her, and she falls to a place where they gather corpses, and the smell urges her to climb up with her injured arm, losing her ladder and using her wounded hand on a nail. She soon bandages her arm and continues, encountering Charity, who misses her shot and angrily informs Stevens. Meanwhile, Grace reaches the main gate and bends a part of it to create a very narrow passage through which she painfully crawls, hoping to escape with a passing car, but it doesn't happen. The path then leads into the woods below, and Stevens drives to look for her. Tony is furious about this situation because Daniel is irresponsible, and if Grace survives until dawn, all of family members will die. Alex wakes up and tries to free himself while Daniel throws a corpse into a stall and recalls a time when he played this game with Alex as children at the beginning of the movie. Here, Georgie wakes up, and his mother Emily is proud of him when she finds out he shot Grace. Meanwhile, Stevens arrives, smiling about running her over, but Grace throws herself and he catches her. Grace outsmarts him and successfully strangles him to unconsciousness. She steals a car and drives away, while car assistant Justin tries to help her until he gets a notification that the car is stolen and must shut it down, but he says the police are on their way. Disappointed, Grace takes a moment for herself, but Stevens suddenly appears despite being choked, asking for more. This time, there is no way out for Grace because she gets shot, and they are taking her back to the house to perform the ritual before dawn so everyone will survive. The others are talking to him, and they are happy with this news until they see Grace waking up. Stevens doesn't hear them because of loud music, and Grace kicks him, causing him to lose control, and the car crashes by the roadside, making them nervous. The car ends up at the place where Daniel is looking for peace. Grace tries to convince him he is good, and that her brother trusts him, but Daniel says he likes her but cannot allow the whole family to die because of her. Daniel acts against her and Tony appears behind him. At home, the mother approaches Alex, saying she doesn't want to do this either because she likes Grace, but Alex would rather choose Grace over his own mother because Grace makes him a good person, unlike this family. Now that they have Grace, everyone prepares for the ritual, begins reciting the necessary words, while Grace struggles and use the wine as the last part. Tony is about to kill Grace but suddenly stops, and everyone vomits simultaneously because Daniel poisoned them partially, but they will survive, freeing Grace, and Alex is also ready. They run away and encounter Charity, his wife, who aims at them and shoots Daniel in the neck. Grace then confronts her and runs further, where Tony waits and gets 2 hits, already knocked down. Alex finds his brother lying there and dying in his arms. Grace then reaches Becky, who is knocked down and wants to resolve this now. However, Grace finds a way to fight back, and her fury leads her to destroy Becky's face, which Alex accidentally sees. He approaches Grace and they apologize to each other. Alex tries to hug her but uses the force and then calls the others. The sun is about to rise, and they must do this now. They don't have time to tie her up, so they hold her and Alex makes the final move. At that moment, Grace slips away, taking the weapon while Helene notices that day has come, their end. Everyone waits for something to happen, but nothing happens. Helene still wants to kill Grace, and at that moment she explodes, and the music starts on its own. Then the others explode as well, and in the end only Alex remains, and Grace smiles happily. Alex convinces her that he is on her side, and that he won't kill her because he is a good person. Grace wants a divorce, and then Alex explodes. Finally, Victor appears in his chair. Grace steps forward, lights a cigarette, and the police finally arrive.